Hey, what's up YouTubers? I'm back again with some DOA online. This will be the second version of me playing online, and today I'm going to show various characters that I've finally learned or at least got a grasp on on how to play them properly, so that I can show you more gameplay of the online and the type of people you'll be going up against. So, first person I'll pick is Kasumi. Now this is more of a commentary video, so I did play first and then come back to the video so I could give you guys tips and more insight on how to play the game. Now, one of the most important things I can say about this game is knowing the range between you and the character that you're going up against, because some of them do have better range than others that I've noticed, such as the taller characters can actually have better reach with their legs. So it's one thing you want to keep aware is of the type of character that's you're going up against, and the advantages to disadvantages that you have, such as when I was playing Bayman here. You'll notice a couple of times that he's actually really good at parrying, but at the same time he has regular grabs that can pick you up off the ground. Now, one tip I do give people is don't try to be linear with your attacks, because the instant that you're linear with the way you attack, don't know exactly where the parry or counter at, so it'll be a lot easier for them to actually win the round. So when you're fighting, you just want to mix it up a little bit between blocking, countering, or just straight up when you're doing your combos, stop mid-combo, because some of the combos in this game are very linear, and some of the characters are even more linear than the combos they throw out. So whenever you are going up against other characters, just try to keep in mind the combos you have, the areas they strike in. If you have too many combos that land in one area, just keep in mind that, yeah, that's going to be a disadvantage to you in the fight, because it's the same combo. Most combos will start off with the same area, and if the character is just that linear, you're going to get parried a lot, and you just want to switch it up. You want to start with maybe a low, and then go into mid and then high, just to throw the person off. It's just, remember, it's all mind games, so you just want to make sure you throw the person you're fighting off, and then whenever you can, or if you did throw them off well enough, you can just go straight in and rush. Now, one thing you might want to parry is, one thing you want to parry, yeah, because, you obviously want to parry all the time in this game, but the one thing you want to learn how to avoid is a counter grab, or at least you want to learn how to properly counter grab. That way, if you're finding a person who loves to grab, or if they're playing a grappler, you have a better chance of actually staying in the fight. Now, as you see, this Bayman knew how to do grabs, but he didn't really employ them throughout the match, which he should have, because that clearly would have been like his best advantage, is just to simply grab, as I'm not good with the counter grab. So when you're fighting, you want to try different approaches. If you see that the enemy's really good at countering, then you want to try grabbing them and see if they're good at countering the grab. If they're not, you can start switching up between one punch, grab. But now, if they're parrying at the very first punch you throw, then yeah, you just want to go straight grab, or just hit low, just try to switch it up a little bit. And that was the Kasumi gameplay. Let's see what character is up next. I don't really remember exactly the order that I picked the characters, but it seems I picked Milla. Nope, I did not pick Milla. Who am I going with? Well, while we wait to see which character I actually picked, let's just continue going on here with tips. One other good tip to know about this game is danger zones. Danger zones will greatly increase the damage you do to enemies. Now, there are power blows that do take time to charge up, or you can just do one quick charge of it and hit the enemy, but you want to watch out with the power blows, simply for the fact of the time it takes for the move to actually come out. You can either see exactly where the move's coming from, try to counter it, grab you, or even better, just hit you right out of it and into their own combo, knocking you into a danger zone. Danger zones, pretty much whenever you knock an enemy into them, like maybe a wall, into a cutscene, or even when they're hanging off the level, that'll increase the damage you're getting from not just one attack, but from multiple attacks, as danger zones do count as more than one hit in some instances. And if it's a wall hit, then yeah, you're going to take serious damage, because as you can see in this right now, when he told me hit that wall, that damage does add up from the combo. So even though the combo's over, if they lock into that wall, yeah, they're going to take serious damage. One thing I would really suggest people trying is going to the lab. Once you're in the lab, practice your combos. Even if you don't really use a combo, just practice what you see as basically the best thing in your arsenal. If you need to practice your parries, practice the parries. If you need to know better combos, try to experiment with your combos, because the more combos you know and the more ways you know of attacking, you know, you're gonna actually get a lot better in the game. And don't be scared of going online, because going online is, you know, one way of actually getting good. You'll actually learn what you're doing wrong, what to do better, what areas you need to improve on, because you're going to be going up against different characters. It's not just like you're just fighting the PC all day, because fighting on the PC only isn't really going to help you get better at the game. So when you are playing, just try some online matches. If you're saying you're losing too much, just remember why you lost. Try to save some of your replays and watch those, as you'll see where you messed up. And one thing I do notice is that people panic online, and you know, if you panic, like I said in a previous video, the instant you panic, you've automatically lost the round, because you don't know exactly what you're gonna do. You're just gonna either try to sit there and parry, or you're just gonna try the same combo over again, knowing that you're gonna get parried. You're just not really trying to switch up your gameplay. You're just throwing the same thing out because you panicked already. Now, other thing that I would recommend, if you're fresh to fighting games, you're like completely new, I would recommend picking up the strategy guide for this game. The strategy guide will help you understand the characters, what are their safe moves, what are the disadvantages of the character. But all around, DOA 5 seems pretty much like a balanced game. Now I'm not gonna say it's fully balanced, where no matter who you pick, you're still gonna have a high ratio to win. But what I mean by balance is, depending on how good you're with your character and knowing that character knowledge, you actually stand a pretty good chance against characters that could beat you. Because you gotta keep in mind, this game is in a rock paper scissors format. So by being in rock paper scissors format, even though your enemy is doing way more damage, you could actually have the opportunity to come back by parrying a punch, countering a grab, or just countering by grabbing them. So you have different routes to actually win. You have different tools at your disposal. Like when using Elliot here, you know, I can tell what punches Jan Lee's using. As you can see, for me, I've always played DOA, so Jan Lee seems very linear to me. Most of his punches land either middle to high, and most of his kicks are either high or low. But seeing how he starts off the combo, you can see exactly where he's going to go. So, as you can see, this is one round where I parry a lot, because simply I just know where the punch is coming from, and I use that to my advantage, plus a danger zone, as you can see. So I mean, one thing you always want to keep in mind is just, if you don't know how to properly use a character fully, you use what you do know how to use properly. You have your countering system, you have your grab, and you have your basic combos, which are just 3 punches, or maybe 3 punches and then a kick. So I mean, if you need to stick to basics, basics will save your life. That was my rule when I first started playing. It didn't matter which fighting game I started off on, I stuck to the basics and worked up for the basics to actually get good at the fighting game. DOA is no different in this rule, because as long as you practice, as you try to play online, and you use your basics, once you learn the basics, you can move up to the next level, and from moving up to the next level, you get good at the game. Now, in no ways am I saying I'm pro or amazingly good. I'm just saying I use my basics. I use common knowledge to actually win the round. So I mean, as long as you have that common knowledge and you know your basics, you got a good chance of actually getting up there where you can rank up. Now, yeah, my rank here is still rank F. I haven't done many rank matches. I've just been doing simple matches, lobbies with friends, and I'll try to see if I can get some of the lobby games up, because we do have some pretty intense fights in the lobby where you'll be like, wow, I can't believe this guy just parried 5 times in a row, or you can't believe the combo you see. It's like we're always trying new things in the lobby, so it's pretty fun to try to see some rounds going. Now, people have been asking questions about the swimsuit, and some people are saying that the swimsuits will be available in the marketplace, and that is true. Most of these swimsuits will be for sale on the marketplace. Now, there hasn't been a set price for them, but you can find them on the marketplace. So in regards to this match where I'm fighting up against this Christie, usually I use the first round to gauge the opponent. Sometimes I'll use the first round on purpose just to see what combos they can dish out, or exactly what I'm going up against, because some people just go all out instead of holding back the first round. And for those that don't hold back during the first round, sometimes that's why they lose. Sometimes, they'll actually win because you get panicked. You're like, whoa, this guy is really good. But if you could just not panic, like I said earlier, you actually stand a good chance, because if you can see everything they've done in one round, they'll probably won't change it up the second round, because what won them the first round was them rushing, and they'll use that to their advantage. So when fighting this Christie, I was using Mila. I'm not that good with Mila yet. I'm still practicing her combos. I'm still trying to learn a lot of her information. Now, you guys seen in other videos that I fought Christie before. I should know the basic knowledge of how to parry, but it's just she comes out way too fast. The timing of parries in this game is kind of strict, so you know I panic myself sometimes. I do freak out and I just try to parry like crazy, and that's why you'll see me just stand there and try to parry, because I'm actually trying to learn where does the move come from. And after a while I'm just like, screw it, I can't figure this out this round. Let me just do what I can to win, and it's just do switch ups. I'm gonna either do a punch into a grab or just straight grab, because they're not expecting it. They're expecting to just get their combo out. And as you can see, you know, once I saw that she was going low, I'm like, oh, okay, let me try to go low, but she's way too fast for me. I just couldn't keep up with the speed, and I'm like, yeah, nah, we're gonna just straight fight this out. And that's the strategy I used when fighting Christie, is I just said, you know, I'll parry what I could parry, but other than that, I'm just gonna try to switch up combos. And you see that a lot, where either the combo will be a high to mid, or it'll be a mid low, or just mid hits, just to throw them off balance. So, you know, that's one thing I did with the Christie fight in this video, is that I just tried to focus on one area. Now, Christie does have some combos that go straight mid, but they come out way too fast, and that would threw me off. Alright, let's see what the next fight is going to be compromised of. Now, if you guys have any questions, or if you guys ever want to play with me on DOA 5, just go ahead. You can either send me a message or leave a comment below, and whenever I have time, you know, I'll add you to my friends list, or you could just go ahead and add me to your friends list, and we could either play. If you need tips and tricks for the game, you know, I could obviously give you tips and tricks. So if you guys ever need any help understanding the game better, you know, always hit me up. If you guys have any questions, I'll try to get back to you in a timely manner. And for this, I think this would be the last fight I recorded. I'm not too sure. I think I got a couple of more fights going on. But I was just trying different characters here, just to give everyone a feel of the characters, what each one is capable of doing, the combos I know. You know, just showing some gameplay to you guys. Because everyone loves seeing the gameplay, and everyone loves the swimsuits. So for Ayane, I've used Ayane since DOA 1. I thought she was a pretty cool character. I like her combos. I like how she can just have her back turned to the enemies, do combos. Not a lot of players in this game can actually do combos with their back turn. Some characters just aren't capable of it. I believe Hayate, Kasumi, Ayane, and Ryu can actually do back turn combos. I'm pretty sure there's like one more or two more characters. I'm not too sure. I need to keep experimenting with the other characters. But I do know Brad Wong. Yeah, Brad Wong does actually do combos when his back is turned, but he also does grabs as well, and he can do floor grabs as well. So as you can see in this video, I'm just whiffing a lot, which is costing me the fight. And that's one thing you don't want to do, is whiff on a move that leaves you completely open. Now, it's okay to whiff on the first hit of a combo, because that should be the fastest hit that comes out. And most players would try to rush in and try to stop the combo when you whiff. But whiffing isn't really something I would recommend doing, especially if you don't know how to follow it up, or if you don't know if the move you threw out is the safest. And you know, I'm still in the process of learning as well which moves are safest to whiff on and which you shouldn't whiff on. So, you know, just watch out when you throw those random punches, because I know some people just panic and they start a combo halfway across the screen. I don't know why you do it, but some people do it. Sometimes that combo you throw out in the middle of the screen works, sometimes it doesn't. But, you know, most of the time I haven't seen it work.
Don't make me laugh.
So, like I said earlier, just know your combos, the materials you're going through, and you shouldn't have a problem really learning the character. Or if, let's say, you try multiple characters, by trying those multiple characters, you'll know how they play, so when you go up against them, you'll have some knowledge of how to beat them, or what are the disadvantages to the character. Alright, so let's see who we picked here. Now, there is supposedly a tier list out online. I don't know how reliable the tier list is. I'll go ahead and see if I can paste that tier list into the bottom in the description area. That way, if you guys want to look at the tier list information will be in the description area. That way you can look at it, and if you want to try playing the characters based on what tiers they are, just know that tiers is based on how good you are with the character versus the person you're going up against. So it's always based on level when it comes to tier lists.
I am ready.
And here I'm using Christie. Like I said, Christie is one character you want to switch up on, especially with Hitomi as well. these are two characters that are somewhat linear when their combos begin. So you always want to try to not always do the same combo. Because a lot of people when they pick Christie, or Hitomi, always start with that middle punch. That's one thing I try to stay away from, and I would recommend just starting off with a low hit. If not possible, using Christie's jumping kick, which should be up kick. It's a 2-hit combo, and it's that move you just saw right there where she'll kick you once and then do a flip. So after that, you know, always try to start your moves off differently. As you can see, I do the same combo twice in this video, so I'm guilty of the same Christie syndrome with throwing the same combo. And here I'm just trying to parry because I'm like, wow, this person's really rushing me down, and that could have cost me a round. So this was a second online gameplay video. I hope you guys found the tips and the techniques I told you guys to try or what to practice useful. Remember, leave your comments, like the video. There should be more DOA videos coming out. We also have Tokyo Jungle, another video that I'm working on. I should have one video up by now by the time this one's uploaded. So I hope you guys enjoy all the stuff I'm putting out. This is Cakes signing out.